Hi, my name is Jack. Welcome back to my channel. We're covering an actual app that's just come out. May have been out for a while, but it's just come to my attention. I wanted to sort of cover some of these apps and stuff. And basically, it's called Drone Assist, and it's sort of done by Drone Safe, which is part of the CAA that sort of sponsors it and stuff. And it's a nice little app, and it runs on iPhone only, so it's not an iPad app. You could probably download it from the iPad, but it's really made for the iPhone. And also you can get this on Android as well, so it's great because I use both Android and my iPhone for this. So bear with us because I'm recording this through my Mac, so hopefully it's recording great and capturing my audio fine. So Drone Assist, as I said, download it from the App Store. So if we go on to just literally I'll just quickly go through it just in case anybody out there is not quite sure how to find it, because it's not done by its own title. So now I've got to find the app on my phone. So go to the App Store and do a search for it, because it's not going to appear straight up, and type in NATS, start with, and it'll come up NATS Drone Assist, helping you to fly safe. And there we have it. Then just quickly download it. So it's simple as that. Now once you've gone through the sign up procedure, you'll then have to begin to log in. I already found I had already an account, so I had to just do a reset password. So now we got the Drone Assist. So this should actually it's basically helps you ensure you're flying your drone safely in the UK using the Drone Assist. It's the drone safety app from NATS, the UK main air traffic control provider. That's interesting to know. In partnership with Altitude Angels. Heard of Altitude Angels, and I spoke to them quite a few times at some of the drone shows. I think the UAV show might have been as well. Drone Assist provides local-based information on areas of airspace to avoid or to which extreme conditions should be exercised, as well as on-the-ground hazards that may pose safety, security, or privacy risks. Many drone pilots don't realise that there are rules set by the UK Civil Aviation or CAA authorities for where and how you can fly your drone. This app will help you to abide by those rules, providing a tool to assist you in enjoying flying your drone whilst protecting your safety and the safety of others aerospace users. Now the main features views of control airspace, which you can see on the screen here. So around Woking. So look at that. Look, that's because we've got Heathrow nearby. That's a massive amount of area. It's controlled airspace. And if you look on it, sometimes you think, God, can I actually fly anywhere? Because there's so much airspace. Zoom right out, you can really sort of see. Okay, it doesn't actually work unless you zoomed fairly in. Oh, we've lost it now. There we go. So it's updating as we see it. That's interesting. The area of control airspace, airports, flying a drone could be hazardous or even prohibited. So you can see quite a lot of the areas here: High Wycombe, Watford. So, and then you've got view ground hazards such as schools, overhead power lines, and sports venues, flying close to which may raise security, privacy, or safety concerns, and could breach UK rules on flying. So let's zoom in there. See Aldershot. See Aldershot. I flew in Aldershot once before, and it was fine. I actually got some good views of the church. Then I went back a couple of months later, and they stuck a great big no-fly zone around it, a bit like this, because obviously you've got the Farnborough Airport. But yeah, I mean, trouble is Aldershot's quite far away from the airport, but then if you think of like flight paths, maybe not. But yeah, so I actually flew in a field which was just on that ring, and my drone wouldn't take off. That was when I was flying my Inspire 1, so that was interesting to see how that function worked on the DJI stuff, which is good because you're on the outside ring, it warns you, and you just can't power up your drone, which is quite cool. Let's zoom a bit more on here because it's obviously just completely greyed out. Let's go up to street level just to see if it gives just any other sort of updates. I suppose in a way you've got to be on the field to really test this out, because you don't get really much on here. Okay, this is where I am. Oh, this is interesting. This is where I am actually in. So I'm actually in that great big controlled space there. That's really interesting. got some like big clusters really of stuff can and can't. It's updating all the time, so it's quite good. As long as you've got data out and about in the field, it's great to go to have this at hand. Easy connect to DroneSafe UK, the DroneSafe website developed by NATS and CAA, which provides you with further information on the rules around drone flying in UK, including the CAA drone code, information on the CAA approval, training courses, and other useful resources. It's 64 meg to download, so make sure you've got plenty of space on your phone. And again, it's only iPhone compatible only. Now I wanted to see a bit more on this to see, so you can do search. So where would you like to look? So let's have a look at let's go to a place, London. Well, we can see London anyway. Let's see, Devon maybe. And obviously if you're in that location, it's going to find it by your GPS anyway. So it's a good place to find where places are. That's interesting, isn't it? Plymouth. You got a great big space over the sea there. Oh, that's really interesting. That's all sea based there. So obviously you've got main flights that go out from Plymouth maybe. This is quite useful, but the trouble is this, as you zoom out, it disappears. But you want to see it overall, so you can sort of pick places where you can go. But from that sort of point of view, they disappear. Need to keep this updated. But I suppose anyway, you'll always be at this sort of level really when you go and fly and do searches. We've got here airspace, areas of risk, danger. That's quite good because you know which colours are which. Dangers of areas and upper airspace. Resources, DroneSafe. They go all the shortcuts, so you can go and find DroneSafe. Now's training courses, Altitude Angels, and you also then you got the Drone Assist. Hello there, Drone Assist provides information on drone. Yeah, let's go through this. Zones. Here you go. We've got zones. Red zones are regular high risk areas. Yellow zones indicate regions where operations of your drone may raise security or privacy, safety concerns. Blue areas, advanced notice of areas which shortly becomes red or yellow, and purple zones represents current drone flights as reported by Altitude Angels. So that's quite interesting to know, is let people know where you're flying, because obviously the Phantoms and the Inspires, you can only fly so many together on the same, because obviously they're quite large channels they use, so they can actually interfere. I think the Inspired, you can fly up to 4 at a time before you're out of actual physical channels to be able to communicate with your Inspire. So that's concerning. And you think about, they've got like 1.4 kilometre ranges, so if anybody's flying within that range near you and there's like 4 people already there, you're going to have issues with your signals. So it's interesting. A lot of people don't see that, because if you're like over a kilometre away from each other, you ain't going to see anybody, because you're obviously in ground level, you're not going to see anybody nearby unless you sort of use this map for that sort of thing. So that's quite interesting to know, because I get a lot of questions come up about interference, a lost signal, it's showing a weak signal, things like that, because it's not just other drone flyers. It could also be if you're near a lot of residential area quite close by, there's a lot of broadcastings of their broadbands which is on the same bands as, because they transmit now on 2.4 and 5 gigahertz, because the wireless on the drone is the same as your bloody broadband. So you have those in issues. So a lot of people that tend to say to me, I've got interference, they're at home testing it. I say, look, go out into the fields, go away from houses, and then try it then you'll find there's no interference. You can change the band on your Inspire or your Phantom to find a clear band you can use. So if you are near a resident area that can interfere, then obviously it's best to you can use it while you're out in the field and stuff. But if you're actually in a field miles away from anything, from shops and houses, you shouldn't have any wireless issues anyway. So ground hazards, you can zoom into street levels where you'll see ground hazards such as by radio, masts, schools and prisons. In order to provide visual of your flight to other people, drone assist or altitude, you can announce your drone flight using the Fly Now button in the app. Well, that's interesting as well. We'll have a look at that in a sec. Drone assist provides information to help you flight plan activities and is not intended as a replacement for normal safe activities or any illegal. So this app would be quite good to actually have it built into your DJI, because then it's all under one roof. Because the trouble is, you're going to have a phone in your hand and then your iPads. I mean, some people do use their iPhones to fly their Phantoms, Mavericks, or Inspires. So it'd be interesting if this was built into the app itself. Then you can then access it all from the same bit as well. Feedback, blah blah, resources. Yeah, we know that. So let's go back to here and we look at Fly Now. So Fly Now here. So give the flight a title, description, and recreation flight. I think you can choose, commercial recreation flight. And then also that will take your GPS position to log it. That's quite cool actually. I like this. So there you go. It's just a very quick overview, because obviously not a lot to this, and it's quite self-explained anyway. And it's a nice little tool to have with you. So long as you're not using your iPhone on your drone at the same time, you can use this as handheld, have a quick look, notify when you fly, and away you go, and have a nice safe flight and stuff. And as I said, it's getting quite interesting, because we're in 2017 now, so there's going to be a lot more drone flyers. We've got DJI bringing out new stuff all the time, and obviously the GoPro's bringing out their camera again, so they obviously fixed the issues in there. So that can be interesting to know how many people are going to be doing buying cameras and stuff. So we've got a lot looking out to 2017, and you've now got the CSE show on now in Las Vegas, with all the new drones that are coming to market. And I think Unique's got a few up on their belts as well. So I'm going to be monitoring that slowly, and keep watching and follow the hashtag JacksDrones, and you'll be able to keep up with it with me. So if I see anything of drone interest from the CA show, I'll put that on my Facebook, and it'll be tweeted as well. And anything really sort of in detail will go on to my main website, which is jacksdrones.uk. So follow me there. So any questions on this, or you like, tell me if you actually use this app. Do you use this app? Do you find it useful? So I'm going to actually field test this and see how I get on with it and stuff. It'd be interesting to see if there's anybody quite close by when I fly, because that's interesting, because sometimes I do get a little low signal, and I think, well, I'm away from the houses, so I shouldn't actually have any interference. It'd be interesting if there's anybody nearby, because don't forget, the Phantoms, the Mavericks and Inspire has a very long range on radio. So if that means if someone's close by but you can't see them, doesn't mean that their radio will still be able to penetrate you, because don't forget, radio has a long distance if there's no line of sight. So if there's any trees and bushes in the way, it could actually interfere with your signal. So it's worth having a look. And that app I'm telling you about, where you can search for radios nearby to see what interference is on the 2.4 band and the 5 GHz band, I'll put a link in the description below for you. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and don't forget, safe flying.